There are 133 candidates for governor on the October ballot, not far away. Weekend Early Edition has invited dozens of them to appear on our program.
That's right. One of them is right here, right now, this morning in the studio. Jack Hickey is a libertarian and a healthcare district director in San Mateo County. Welcome, Jack.
Oh, I'm glad you invited me.
Yeah, now you talked about that there's too much government control. That's part of your platform. Explain.
Yeah, that government is best which governs least. That's Thoreau. And libertarians believe that. Well, we have government spending much too much money. We need to give money back to the taxpayers, parents in particular. I've been involved in politics quite a bit. I'm also a research scientist, retired, so I know how to solve problems. But one of the things that I did, I spent a full year traveling around the state on a voucher initiative in 1980. And that voucher initiative, some people may remember this blue brochure. And they may remember the certificate. This was on a front page of the Chronicle when I interviewed with Owen Spann 20 years ago. Today I have revived my voucher plan. A voucher plan, it's a performance voucher plan for education. What it will do is it'll allow parents to choose their children's education. Ultimately, my goal is to eliminate the sales tax completely over a 20-year period in conjunction with phasing out the voucher plan. Because libertarians don't believe in the government paying for parents' education, for children's education. Parents have the responsibility to feed, clothe, and shelter.
You started this, though, some 23 years ago.
That's
what
right.
happened back then, and why are you reviving it?
Well, back then I had the endorsement of Milton Friedman and Dr. Max Rafferty, and I traveled around the state and spent $50,000 trying to get it on the ballot. I revived it in the year 2000 and tried to gather signatures for it again. Didn't get on the ballot. As a governor, I will promote it again. And I think that that's a long-term solution for the budget because education consumes $50 billion in this state, and we need to turn around the 90% that are going to government schools and make it 90% that are taken care of by their parents and leave the 10% as the safety net for those who can't manage it on their own.
Okay, well, we're talking about education. Let's talk about crime. What would you do different in California to curb crime?
I'm glad you asked that one because one of the things we need to do is half of our prisons prisoners shouldn't be in there. The first thing I would do as governor is I would try to get as many of those nonviolent criminals out and also decriminalize marijuana, not just medical marijuana. Libertarians believe that people make a choice of what they're going to consume, and that's none of the government's business. And so I think that these victimless crimes are filling our prisons and costing the taxpayers a lot of money to maintain these prisoners in there. And they should be out working, paying taxes, at good, productive jobs with their families.
Mr. Hickey, you're no stranger to political campaigns. You have run several of them in the past. How has been the response to this particular campaign? Can a libertarian make a difference and get a significant
Well,
part of the ballot?
we'll see what the internet is going to do. And I want to mention that smartvoter.org, the League of Women Voters website, is where anyone can get information about my campaign or any of the other candidates. www.smartvoter.org. I campaigned in 1982 in the Republican primary. There were 13 candidates. It was similar to this election. I ran against Pete Wilson. He won. He later became governor. So I have been statewide campaigning for quite a bit. I recently was elected to the Sequoia Healthcare District Board of Directors, wearing this hat, wearing this jacket, to all the forums that I attended on League of Women Voters. And I'm very well known in the San Mateo County area.
Okay. Well, Jack, we really appreciate you coming on into our studios, and we wish you luck and hope things work out for you.
Thank you for inviting me again.
And we should also point out, folks, that at 8:30